What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my video. If you guys are subscribed to this channel, welcome back. I appreciate your support. In today's video, I want to talk about something that is affecting all men, at least 90% of men today, and that is watching pornography. And I want to say the first step to self-mastery, mastering yourself as an individual, is control over your sexual desires. 90% of young men today report watching pornography regularly, especially in the United States. And 90 billion videos are being watched every day. So why is controlling your sexual desires important? It's because your sexual energy is the most potent. It has the power to create a baby. And if channeled correctly, you can flourish in all areas of your life, whether it's the gym, your work, your business, your relationships. You'll just perform better if you're able to control your sexual desires. And the other problem with watching pornography is it really ruins your brain. It just fries it completely. So when you're wasting your time watching pixels on a screen and watching two people having sex, it not only fries your brain, but it ruins your potential. And their goal with you watching pornography is to make you a low vibrational being, almost like an animal. So it is your duty as a man to remove it from your life completely. And if you are feeling, tired, unmotivated, depressed, just depleted, no energy at all, I can almost guarantee you it's because of your frequent use of pornography and you masturbating. So what pornography and masturbating does is it raises your dopamine levels. Your dopamine is just a hormone in your body that gets released when you are motivated or when you are expecting something. So for example, if you're expecting, to have dinner at 5 p.m., you're going to release a little bit of dopamine because the anticipation of something gratifying, such as eating, working out, having sex, socializing, eating good food, all these things are pleasurable. They give you pleasure. So just the anticipation of something pleasurable will release dopamine. So when you're watching pornography and masturbating, it skyrockets your dopamine levels way above baseline, almost that of drugs like cocaine. So once it spikes, it crashes below baseline right after ejaculation. And you can feel it because right after pornography, right after ejaculating, you will feel unmotivated and just tired. You feel depleted. And that's because watching pornography and masturbating puts you in an amotivated state, in a state where you just don't want to do anything, you just want to go to bed. And that's because right after you ejaculate, prolactin, which is a hormone, is released in your body. And what that does is it blunts dopamine releases and your testosterone for a very long time. So you'll feel just terrible for a few hours after you masturbate and watch pornography. So I don't want you guys to be afraid of dopamine. Dopamine is healthy. And when you seek dopamine through healthy sexual behaviors, eating healthy meals, socializing with people, dopamine is released when you're doing these activities. The big peaks in dopamine that are not associated to any prior effort or organization of self is dangerous. So when you are watching pornography and you are ejaculating and you're releasing these high amounts of dopamine and you fall below baseline and you do it again, you are desensitizing your brain. You're making it work in a way where it only seeks out pornography and drugs, anything that can give you instantaneous dopamine release without any effort. Because all you have to do is buy the drug and use it. All you have to do to release dopamine while watching porn is just masturbating to it. It takes zero effort at all. So you're wiring your brain to seek out dopamine releases of that nature, and you'll feel unmotivated to do things that are harder, like going to the gym. Going to the gym for a day, 2 days, a week, or a month probably won't show much change in your body. Dopamine is released long term when you see your body changing, when people are complimenting you on your body. So it's not instantaneous like all these other activities. And if you don't have control over your sexual desires, you don't have control over your mind. And that is literally the only thing you have control over in this world. You don't have control over other people. You don't have control over the weather. You don't have control over business or the government or anything. All you have control is of yourself and your mind. And if you can't control your sexual desires, you can't control your mind. And what that tells me is that you are in the vibrational state of an animal. You know, most animals have hands and noses and ears, and they can taste, touch, they can smell, they have eyes, brains. The only thing that differentiates a human being from an animal is your mind. So you have to control your mind. You have to control where you are putting your energy. Okay, if you're putting your energy in these low-class pleasures, you're only going to ruin yourself and you're going to ruin your potential. So really be careful with what you are doing. I highly recommend you avoid pornography and masturbation, and you only should have sex with real people. And that'll help you, have healthy relationships with other people. Because I remember, back in the day when I was watching pornography on a regular basis, I would treat women differently because I saw what they would do to women in porn videos, that I sort of just viewed women as a way for me to have sex. I didn't view them as other human beings. It sounds wrong, but that's sort of how I viewed, most women. I wouldn't really listen to them. I wouldn't really, empathize with them. I just had that goal in my brain of me trying to have sex with them. Obviously I didn't try to have sex with everybody I came into contact with, but that's just how I viewed our interaction. And that's because I was watching porn so often. So I objectified women. I didn't treat them as human beings. And that really ruined my relationships. I just felt awkward around women because of me having watched porn, often. So
most interesting study I read most recently is one that did brain scans of men while they were watching pornography. They scanned their brains and they wanted to see what areas of the brain light up when men look at porn. It's the part of the brain that deals with objects, not people. The more we dehumanize someone, the more possible it is to commit violence against them. And that's what porn does.
You clearing that out of your life, taking it completely out of your life, will make you feel like a better person, because it's such a bad activity to be participating in, and it as an individual. So you won't feel that guilt when you're talking with people. You won't feel ashamed, and that's a lot of people watching pornography, especially regularly. They feel anxious, they feel anxiety, they feel depressed, they feel low value, and it's because it's a low value activity. People who are high value don't watch pornography for the most part. Maybe some do, but for the most part they don't. They have their life together, they have goals, and pornography and masturbating is not part of their life, because it's not going to take them anywhere. Usually when people have problems in their life, whether it's business, their work, their relationships, family, they try to participate in low-class pleasures such as pornography, drinking, and taking drugs. So, pornography, like I said, 90% of young men today watch it. So it's clearly a huge issue. And if it's free, porn is free. You can easily access it on the internet. You have to realize you are the product. That's why it's free. They want to make you a low vibrational being. They want to make you docile and not be able to think for yourself. They want you to conform. They don't want you to think at all, okay? And pornography is a way for them to do that. They have control over your sexual energy, and you have to take that control back. You have to take that power back and channel that energy into something you are passionate about. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's your job, I don't know. But if you're able to channel that sexual energy you have into your work, that will propel you faster to being successful. It's said in the book Think and Grow Rich. I always talk about this book, and a lot of millionaires and people who are very successful in life talk about this book, because it talks about your sexual energy, how important and vital it is for you to be successful when you have harnessed your sexual energy. If you're able to transmute this energy into your work, like I said, you will be able to rise to the level of a genius. Okay, that's what it says. Don't think your sexual energy or your seed is unimportant. You know, it's very important. It has the power of creating a baby, has the power of creating life. And so I really want you guys to not waste it like 90% of the men out there are. And I want you guys to take your power back. You know, it's your duty as a man to be able to control yourself, your mind, and your actions. And if you are constantly watching pornography and masturbating, that tells me that you are not free and you are being controlled. So, you know, with that being said, guys, the sooner you guys are able to take porn and masturbating completely out of your life, the faster you'll be able to succeed and grow as an individual. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave it down below in the comment section, and I will see you all on the next video. Give this video a like and subscribe.